want to drop the familiars down, but LC Pro is going to be very, very careful on that bottom lane. He's almost managed to pick up Invoker, but for the fact there's no Tier 1 tower there, there's no place for him to fall back to. It's a very, very hard place, and he doesn't know if there's wards there or not as well. Obviously, with the towers providing the ability to actually see invisible units as well as wards, he can actually know if he's being tracked. In this case, he doesn't, so nowhere to really fall back there. But still, he's going to be aggressive, and he's going to be as well. Look, just pushing out that bottom lane. Surprised he's not sending the Broodling straight towards that Invoker and just forcing him completely back. Looks like he's just biding his time for that Tier 1 tower. Even then, that Tier 2 tower is smoking on the top for GoSuGamers.net. Like, that's really, really hurting. I think another Broodling's just popping off there on top of Visage. Obviously doesn't actually spawn into Broodlings until he actually dies. As Broodmother, Insatiable Hunger, I think has actually popped off. He's tried to have a go on the bottom lane. In fact, they do actually get it with the Lion coming from the backside, and Milk actually TPs himself in. Invoker is running around completely invis right now. That is one of his abilities, but all he's going to be able to do is just watch this bottom actually die. Familiar's actually getting killed by Milk as well, and Miracle actually using those Familiars to get the deny on the Tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. So, wow, that's a bit of a blow for MYM. And there's small little victories that GGNet is winning, but there's just the battle. They're winning battles, and MYM are winning battles, but they're going to lose control of this bottom lane very, very fast now, especially with the pushing power that can come out from Broodmother as well as from Furion. It's gonna really, I think, start to hurt GGNet unless they can really shut this down.
Yeah, it is going to. As you said, top Dylan Tower is also smoking. It's a very low HP currently, and bottom there currently is just Morphling also being top and hitting that tower. He will get that tower, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so Misery already got 3 tower kills, so this will greatly help him farm his Linken's. How much gold has he got currently?
Well, apart from actually running around with an ultimate orb, as well as a Perseverance, I'd say it's a fair amount of gold. What's actually running around the Vulture too? It's like Furion's TP'd himself back. Morphling's on the top.
How much gold does
1,400.
Misery have?
1,400.
Okay. So he already has his Linken Sphere, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his Linken Sphere, minute 14. That's sick.
It is good. Well, if you ever say Europeans can't farm like the Chinese, you'd be wrong. We're kind of getting proved right now. Bottom lane TP does come down. Invoker coming back to actually give a bit more of a hand here, but Lacoste is now just camping himself up down on that bottom. He'd be quite happy to sit there for a very, very long time. Try and check out what's actually being purchased on the Vulture right now. Mithril Hammer flying on down to the south. A lot of heroes down there, so we'll see whose that is. I'm guessing it's got to be, considering Broodmother's got no money whatsoever, it's got to be hers. And actually heading in towards Roshan right now. Okay, MYM want to go for a 15-minute Rosh. Furion now TPs himself in, creates off the Trenants as well, which will easily be able to tank up Roshan. But will GGNet actually see this one? They are moving themselves up. I do believe there is a ward up there. Yes, Puppey has actually got himself a ward there, so they know exactly what's happening. But can they kill Roshan in time? This could be a very, very nasty thing. Spiderling now going to spot VS. Roar goes off. They know the perk is over. Demon actually getting stunned here. The Familiar dropping from the sky here. But LC Pro gets the kill there on Puppey. Illusionary orbing over the top, just trying to slow them down while we're still trying to kill Roshan, who's only down to maybe a quarter HP right now. Invoker coming in. Familiar still harassing on top of those Broodlings who are slowing everyone down still. Now they're going to bail themselves out to see if they can actually fight this battle off. Familiars are back once again. They want to drop and get that stun off, while the Broodlings are still, the Spiderlings are still being a bit of a pain in the ass there to the Sentinel side. Back into Roshan, 700 HP, down further, almost dead. In fact, will be dead. He does go down, and we do see Morphling. It is in the hands of Misery with a Linken Sphere completed at 16 minutes, running around with an Aegis Immortal, and well, GGNet couldn't stop him. GGNet could not stop him then, Slash. Yeah, and even now, Puck's in trouble. Puck's in trouble. He's illusionary orbing himself out of trouble for the moment. He does have that TP, heading himself down inside the trees, and will go straight for the TP. No, can't keep up with him, and the insatiable hunger on Broodmother is not going to be enough to actually see him. I think ES tried to come in for a bit of a lucky fissure. Didn't pull it off, though. So we will see MYM push out that bottom lane, and Kurukai escape to safety.
Currently, Invoker is, although he's fairly farmed, in what Invoker needs mostly is levels. So his spells have a higher, not only higher damage output, but simply are more effective. So Invoker is not a hugely farm dependent hero, more than a level dependent hero, and we're currently not we're still during the transition of early and mid game, and so Invoker's power peak has not been reached yet, and Dusa also. Dusa is still farming. She's a half carry. While Puck's been soloing against a trialing, so he doesn't have any farm. He desperately needs that dagger to be able to do anything. So currently, GGNet there at the back foot. MYM have map control, and just got Roshan, and that Morphling's becoming scarily fat.
Yeah, he is. This is something I'm very, very concerned about. Melk actually running around with Necromicon level 1 at 17 minutes as well. Actually sending his Crow right up top of Misery as well. So it looks like he just dropped off another Scroll of Town teleportation. VS now comes in, wants to have a go. Morphling waves himself out. A little bit of trouble with Puck to try to come over the top. Armor is actually the illusion, and can he get himself out? Oh, it's in low HP. Aegis will pop off, and there's a victory for GGNet, managing to actually basically null that Roshan kill by the 200 gold, which everybody got for MYM. But they're not facing that Aegis Immortal anymore, so that's at least one positive side for them to look at right now, for getting that bit of a just called out of position now. I think Misery is a little bit too confident and gives up the Aegis.
How much money does Shaker have? How far is he away from his dagger?
You got 1,600 on Shaker, so not too far off. 550 to go.
Oh, Lion's got his dagger.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be scary. So if they have the initiation, they do have the initiation.
Bye puppy in the mid. There's a simple wave over the top with a bit of help there from Melk as well, and he actually gets up to level 10 there. So level 4 teleportation now up for him. Shaker's actually, Lion is babysitting the ES up here on the top lane. He is now 100 gold away from actually getting that one off. Puck just illusion orbing over that mid there. Wants to keep a little bit of aggressiveness on here. So replicate of Morphlings there, which is Misery, and it will actually just burst itself into oblivion. And then Misery waves himself out, just damaging that creep wave on the way out too. And just cops the tail end of the water. And with that last hit there too, we do see Mania. He has enough money to actually buy his Blink Dagger, and looks like he's going to walk back and buy it from the secret shop. Or not, is he going to run him? Yep, now he is. Just dropping off a ward beforehand. Keep that vision up. Magic Wand completed as well. Puck is still probably another 1,000 gold off actually getting his Blink Dagger up as well.
That's a lot of gold.
Invoker with Hood and 1,800 on top of him. And we've still got the Mithril Hammer on top of the Broodmother. I'm hoping that's the Crow flying down to him right now. In fact, yes, Ogreax and BKB is currently a recipe flying down to Broodmother. So that's going to be completed at 20 minutes here. A little bit slower than you normally actually see it, if he actually slows down. There we go. Let's actually have a chat to the Crow. Looks like top lane getting pressured as well. Looks like, Azen going down. We do lose Misery in the middle lane too. So while we saw that gank up there on the top lane, with Melk actually TPing himself out, we do see a two-hero gank there in the middle lane with Kurokai teaming up with Visage.
That should not have been possible. It must have been... that's odd. Visage and Puck killing of a fat Morphling, that's normally not very possible.
Yeah, we have to review the replay later to see how that one actually went off.
Yeah, but I'm very surprised that it actually happened.
Oh, Broodmother, trouble on the bottom lane, but we'll be able to fall back there. But he's actually going to harass enough there by Invoker to actually kill him off, but not the case. Not the case at all.
Invoker should have his ultimate orb now. Yes, he does.
Yeah, bottom lane, just going to keep that pressure out. Doesn't even need to be in. The Forged Spirits can push it for him. Melk running around, the Necromicon still in level 1. Doesn't yet have enough money to actually buy the level 2 recipe, but not too long. And ES and Lion both have their blinks now. So there's your initiation for you. MYM have it already. Visage is very, very slender on items. Like, Strength Treads and Planeswalker's Cloak with a Magic Wand, that's literally the extent of his items with 400 gold. Like, Miracle is not having a good game this time around. There's only a best of 1 too. There's no best of 3. There's no coming back in the second game. It's literally get it now or don't. And yeah, Miracle needs to get back on top of it right now. And even now, Broodmother's free farming up the bottom lane. This is, yeah.
Miracle has been playing with Azen on the trial lane, so he left all the farm for Azen. That's why he doesn't have any farm. when normally you would, when you put Visage on a Trident, it's Visage farming up. So that's why we are getting used to, for example, mostly Chinese teams who would run in Visage farming and farming up Mecha and a fast pipe tankiness.
Yeah, I was just to say we've been commentating too much Chinese Dota.
How's the Deuces creep score and farm?
Yeah, we'll actually have a check of that in a second. I'm waiting for bottom to actually erupt here, but it looks like with the demolishment of the creep wave, that's not going to actually happen. So let's bring up Deucer at the moment. Farmed up 86 for 6 at the moment on the back of Deucer, so one ultimate orb on top of him. 180 for 30 on the back of the Invoker.
That is weak farm. Sorry to say that, but
Morphling's up to 156 for 26. So there's 158 for 26 now. Literally, Morphling is getting himself way too far ahead. Even though he did actually die that time, which is now he might die again. Oh, Puck's over the top. The Warring Rift is there. He's being held in place by the ulti, and over the top, actually pushed into the stun. And well, that's how you kill a Morphling. He buys back. Morphling bought back 23 minutes into this game right now. The Lingers did pop off during the battle, and yet they still killed him. But he still thinks that it's worthwhile to actually buy back 23 minutes into this game.
Not sure on that. There's currently not a big team fight going on, and he doesn't have Boots of Travel to be instantly coming back, so I'm not sure on that one.
And the Familiars are actually going to cause a team fight in the bottom lane, and they're trying to get the stuns off here while Melk was trying to actually kill him off. Stone Gaze goes off from Azen, just trying to slow everybody down. Magic Missile does pop off, but BKB as well. ES ulti goes over the top, and then locks them all in place with that one fissure. Actually locks half of his team out there, but Puppey and Azen have already taken a fall. Lion lets off a finger from range, trying to bring down the Invoker, who's almost dead, and finally does die. Kurukai illusory orbing back over the top right now. Melk has actually TP'd himself down, actually managed to get the block off, and get another ES fissure comes through. Morphling comes in right at the end after everybody's dead. Well done for the buyback, but his entire team actually did the work for him. So that is 4 heroes down for the Sentinel side. Only one hero survived, and that was Puck in the middle.
Yeah, that was a complete wipe.
And looks like we're going to see them take advantage of it too. That's a big wave. Going to push through and take out the tier 3 tower.
Yeah,
they can't stop this. Well. They can't stop this. And the ES fissure goes off, and then blink, impale stun. Magic One Shot's the only thing that kept him alive, but the waveform right over the top kills Puppey off. TP again going to come in here. It's going to come from Deucer. Lets off Mystic Snake, trying to slow down their approach here. Puck illusory orbing over the top too. The creep wave's actually demolished there with the Warring Rift going off and instantly blinks himself back out again. But we will lose our melee racks. Mania is actually dead for